AP Challenge 2016, part number 3, part D, for -4 to 12. Find the intervals for which g of x is less than or equal to 0. So they want to know when g of x is less than or equal to 0. We know that g of x is equal to the integral from 2 to x of f of t dt. And we have to know when this thing is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is make sure we understand our starting point. So we're starting at 2, and we want to check out all these intervals. So let's just for the sake of the argument, let's just make the argument that we're going to evaluate it from g of 6, and that's the integral from 2 to 6 of f of t dt. Okay, well, if I integrate from 2 to 6, that would just be the area here, and you can see that's positive, so that's not going to work. Okay, so let's try and go a little bit further. How about we go to 8, and I'm just kind of showing you guys what's going on here. Well, g of 8, okay, means I go all the way up to here, so that would be the area of this triangle plus the area of this triangle, which would give us a negative value. But you can see that it's still positive because there's more positive area than negative area than I'm adding right now. And in fact, you can see I could go all the way up to 10. Okay, g of 10 would be all of this plus all of this, and they would both cancel out. Okay, so the only time this thing starts getting negative now is when we go past 10. So it looks like g of x will be less than or equal to 0 on 10 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 12. Because as soon as we put any of these values in here, okay, our integral will no longer be positive because the two areas that cancel each other out will start getting more negative between 10 and 12. Okay, now we've got to be real careful going the other way now. You know, we can see it in two different ways. Just realize that if you're going left to right or right to left, the sign changes. So if you're integrating this way, everything is normal. So that's why when I say, okay, let's find g of x equal to the integral from 2, oh, let's just pick a spot. Let's pick a spot to -2, okay? So if I went to -2 of f of t dt, okay, well, you see how this value is less than this value, so it's going the wrong way. So everything's opposite. That's why I tell you you can negate and flip, and everything would be normal again, okay? So if we did these either way, we would get a positive value, okay? This guy would come out to be positive. No, I'm sorry, that's not true. Negative, because let's see if we understand this thing. So sorry, negative. All right. So if we integrate from -2 to 2, -2 to 2 would be positive, but this guy right here would make it negative. That's why I'm saying negative. And if you're understanding my logic here, if we go from 2 to -2, we're going backwards. So even though this area looks positive to you, because we're going the wrong way, it would actually be negative. Okay, so either way you want to make the argument, we know that from 2 to -2, even though it looks positive, it's going to be negative because we're going the wrong way. And even if we add the opposite sign here, whatever that would be, we're not getting enough. So we'll actually get the entire interval there. So that would be from 2 less than or equal to x all the way up to -4. That would be, see, I even wrote it backwards. That would be from -4 all the way up to 2. So g of x is less than or equal to 0 on -4 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, and from 10 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 12. Okay, so if you wanted to see all the points here, okay, here we go. You can see them right here. Um, Again, they don't give you much explanations there, but you can see how the point distribution is given out. And that's it. I guess I can get the score distribution for you really quickly if you just hold on a second here. Scoring statistics, here we go. And you can now see, okay, what those, how that broke down. So that was question 3. The mean score was about a 2.74 with a standard deviation of 2.53. So students looking for 5s, or you're getting at least 4 or 5 points out of that thing. If you're just trying to break a 3, you're looking for 3 points out of that. I guess that's it, and hope you watch these videos, and I will have another AP challenge for you soon. Thank you very much.